Now dismount. You did it. You did it. You did it. You did it. I know. Hey guys, Johnny Rocket here with day number 2 of 4 with LaQuesha. She's learning how to swim. She had a fear of water a long time ago that she was able to overcome. Now she's able to kind of put her face in the water and push off a wall. Past that wasn't a lot. Yesterday you saw us getting her moving on her back, even learning how to get her own breaths on her stomach. That's because you always start with the breathing. You always start with things that they can do to breathe or get their own breath. And if they can't get their own breath, you got to teach them how to get their own breath. So you'll notice we continue our work on learning how to breathe before we start doing freestyle arms. Now you'll start to see some of those freestyle arms creep in today, but by the end of today, I'd love to see her moving on her back more efficiently, all on her own. I'm going to actually take her through the deep end for the first time today on her back, but that's because she won't have to look down at the bottom. So she'll be pretty comfortable. We're going to get her into that phase where we talk happy thoughts, getting her comfortable in the water, relax, and then I'll tell her, okay, now I'm going to pull you in the deep end. You just stay on your back, keep doing everything you're doing. You're going to be fine. And then it helps the swimmer start to understand or realize that the deep water doesn't create more pressure, doesn't suck you down. It's all one and the same. All right, hope you enjoy. If you like this video, remember to splash the like button, subscribe to the channel for free, become a member, buy the merch, follow us on all the other social media platforms, all the things that all the other YouTubers say that I'm supposed to. Make sure you do those things. Let's rock it. So we always start off the first day with a review of the day prior. And that's because in order to set them up for success and learning new things, you have to first refresh them on things they already know. So the first thing we'll start off with today is some of the oompas, helping her remember how to cycle breathe. Breathing in through the mouth, sharply, quickly. Then as she goes down, she's blowing out of her nose. When she comes up, or as she comes up, she's gonna start spitting water away so that when she's above the water, quick, sharp inhale. You ready? Good. I wanna hear you breathe in. Good. Today I want to hear you breathe in. Very good. Nice. Your spits are way more effective today. Good. You also don't seem to need to blow out of your nose anymore. That's good. All right. Traveling bobs next. Okay. Let's keep it moving. All right, and same thing back. Now remember the style of how you stand in the water. Right now she's doing it right, I'm doing it wrong. Doing it wrong just because I'm the teacher. I already know I can do it, but she's got to get in the habit of staying low, and she's doing a great job of that. Good. Now, step number 2 today in review is actually going to be a little bit of a combination of what we did yesterday between the oompas and the kickboard. So I'm going to have her start doing the oompas on the kickboard now. So hands on the top of the board. Good. So you'll be actually, let's do it traveling bobs with the kickboard first. I do this sometimes for a little bit of extra stability. So I'm going to let her do traveling bobs, but now instead of pulling herself forward, she's just going to be with the kickboard in front of her, bouncing off the bottom with her own feet. There you go. There you go. Try spitting a little sooner. Try spitting on your way up, not after you've come up. Okay. Yeah, kind of like that. A little late on that one. There we go. There we go. Yeah. This will lead to a much quicker breath too. It's all right. All right, nice. So now I'm gonna pull your feet off the ground. Now I'll hold you through this phase because it's not about the kicking or the kickboard. It's about you breathing while doing 2 things at once. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. Hands all the way up. Good. 3, 2, 1. Good. Good. And when you're above water, if there's anything in your nose or in your mouth, it's okay to take a second spit or a second throw it out of your nose and keep it going. Because as you learn how to cycle breathe, you're still going to have certain problems that arise from time to time. Okay. As you eliminate those problems, your brain also learns how to prevent them. And over time, over practice, you won't need to clear out as much as you do now. There you go. Nice clean one. Good job. Good job. Good dismount too. All right. So let's do 2 more with me and then do a few with you on your own, okay? There we go. Yes. Finally. One hit me in the face. I love it. Finally. It's the first great one you've had. Okay, keep doing that. Aim for me. Aim for this C right on my chest. There we go. There we go. Even he said on your first one, he goes, yeah. He even saw, because, you know, he was a swim coach too. He's a national level swimmer. He knows all the good stuff.
I don't think I'm sealing my mouth enough.
Well, and that's the thing is, she said, I don't think I'm sealing my mouth enough. You can get by with either way. If you want to seal that mouth shut while you're in the water and out of the water, you'll probably find that it stays dry. If you want to open your mouth underwater and come up with a mouthful of water, you're spitting it out anyway. So it's okay if you go either route. If you're someone who finds that they keep having water in their mouth, they don't want it there, it's intrusive, then you want to have a mouth sealed before you go in and when you come up. Now, as you get better at learning and as that gets easier for you, it's okay to loosen up your pursed lips a little bit and allow a little bit of water in because you'll be more comfortable with it then. Right now, maybe not so much, so keep those lips sealed as you go in. Also remember that as you're coming up, right as you break the surface with your head, you can begin spitting out because as you spit from slightly below and above, there's no water that can get in your mouth in that time period because everything's coming out. There's no way for it to go in. Okay. Good. Good. After this one, you're going to be doing a couple on your own. So let me remind you also to stretch that kickboard out in front of you, especially when you're breathing. Don't press down on it to come up higher. You don't need to come any higher than the mouth is right at your chin. Ready? There we go. There we go. Yeah, you're going to need a little bit of support from your kickboard. All right, let's try a couple on your own. If you need to hold the kickboard at the back where you normally do in order for that stability to take place, that's okay too still. Not as easy anymore as it once was. Somehow it's not as easy as it was before. Keep the nose of the board higher. Yeah. Don't let the board come under. Something about the board's not doing the same as it was for you before. Hold it normally and see how that goes. The breasts look good though. Because even though you're falling back into the water before, without the board up, you're not struggling with your breath, it doesn't seem like.
And her confidence.
And her confidence, good point. Yeah, this is the better way. Yep, unfortunately, holding it this way is definitely the better way.
Well, that works for me.
But you also helped me understand that is definitely the better way.
Yeah.
You reconfirmed for me. Holding the kickboard at the top seems to be the best way to go. Even if you're learning it with your hands on the side, maybe you learned how to kick improperly this way. So you probably should still adjust your hands to the very top and get used to doing it that way. Let's do it again. Nice. Now, she's not confident enough yet, but I just watched her get like 5 successful breaths in a row, which means the first moment I have her try this across the deep end, probably tomorrow, she will get it successfully on the first try. Good. Walk it in. You all right?
I stretched so hard, it started hurting right here.
Right here, right here. She's stretching so much, she's starting to hurt right here. What's also happening though is you're also then using that muscle then to start your pull because you're stretched so much. This is called your lats. This is where it ought to hurt. Those are the most important swimming muscles in your body, your lats and your armpits. I would argue next up would be shoulders, core, hip flexors, but your lats, this is where every swimmer gets sore. That's why you see swimmers with such large lats. They look like they look like Spider-Man webs. So we made it almost 30 minutes through her first lesson before water went up her nose. That's a tremendous step forward compared to yesterday where it was going up her nose as she was learning how to cycle breathe. So already she's eliminating a lot of mistakes and uncomfortable situations that arise. Some of you guys experience that all the time, constantly getting water up your nose. Well, she did one lesson with me yesterday. We've begun the second lesson, and already that's almost never happening to her. All right, part 3 of our review today, we'll be having her do the superhero arms out in front of her, doing the same cycle breathing. Now I'm gonna hold her for most of this. Good. Good. Yeah, you're way lighter today than you were yesterday. You're not pressing down on me as much. You're allowing yourself to just swim, allowing the water to carry you, allowing the lungs in your air to keep you up. It's really good. All right, so now you're gonna get less pressure from me when your face is in the water. I'll resume the pressure when you're breathing, okay? Good. By the third or fourth one, you could be tripped up a little bit, but you got 3 good ones in a row, 4th one not as good. Tomorrow will be 5 good ones in a row, 6th one not as good. Last day you'll be going across the whole pool with no pressure. Good. Good. Awesome. Oh, a nice dismount too. Nice dismount. You can argue at the same time that we're reviewing her cycle breathing with her arms out in front in the superhero position, she's also practicing dismounting now because she could use her arms to dismount for herself. Good. Good. Good job. Good job. Good job. So now I'm gonna have her getting back on her back, reviewing the stuff we did yesterday while she was on her back. But we're gonna make her move. We're not gonna let her just sit still. I'm gonna make her move immediately, just because at the beginning of a new lesson in colder water, you don't want them to do anything that they have to sit still for until the very end. Once their heart rate's up about as high as it'll get all day, they're kind of getting fatigued. A little bit of sitting still and resting while they learn something is okay at the end of a lesson, not at the beginning. Even shake your ears a little bit. Start paddling, kicking faster. Boil the water just underneath the surface. Good. I'll turn you again. Move your body, move more aggressively. Stay warm. The faster you move, the faster you'll go, the more you'll be able to do it on your own. Good. Really use those hands to push water away from you to move yourself backwards. Nice job. Go, 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 go. Fast, fast, fast. Excellent. All right, stand up by sitting down and then sitting up and then using your arms. Use your arms. Tilt your head forward. Good. We're going to review that next. So if you remember, in order to dismount from your back, you'll need to sit your seat down, sit your bottom down as you sit your shoulders up. So you're sitting down in a chair as you also simultaneously sit up in bed. It's 2 different things. Your hips are going down, but your body's coming up. You're sitting down, but you're also sitting up at the same time. One is like you would sit down in a chair. One is like how you would sit up in a bed. Good. Nice job. I know, the grimace is there. I get it. Shake out the ears, kick fast, paddle fast. Good. All All right, very fast learner. Use those hands to actually be effective. Push the water away. Yeah, be effective with them. Use them. Is it the water in your ears that's causing you to grimace?
I feel like I'm sinking.
Feeling like you're sinking. Okay. Then take a deep breath of air and hold it for a little bit and do what you're doing with while you hold your breath for a little bit. You'll feel like you're coming right up. You're also, I can tell you're leaving your exhale out too long. Breathe in. When you breathe, when you're on your back, only allow your tank, your exhale to go about halfway. Only allow your tank to expend about halfway and then refill it to a full tank again. So you don't want to blow all the way out unless what you're doing is just trying to help your heart rate come down a little bit to feel comfortable. After that, don't let your breath go all the way out again, only halfway. Okay, so keep it in, deep breath, and then blow it halfway out and breathe it back in. Use your mouth, not your nose. Good. Fast, fast, fast. All right. Now we're going to sit down and sit up at the same time in 3, 2, 1. Sit down, sit up. Use your arms. Good job to rotate your body's balance. Hit the water out of your ears. Good job. All right, we're going to practice probably 12 dismounts right in a row. Okay, so we're going to do that thing yesterday that we did where I pull you off your feet and then have you dismount. And dismount. Good. Make the suitcase with your knees. Let me remind you. Let me show you. Make the suitcase with your knees. Bring your knees in as you sit your seat down. Sit your bottom down. Okay. I didn't have to sit up there. All I did was bring my knees in and sat my hips down. Eventually they'll go down. You have to not be afraid of maybe water going over your mouth too. So I'll remind you to take a deep breath before you start the dismount. Take a deep breath and hold it before you start the dismount. Back, deep breath in, hold it, sit down, or knees to chest, sit down, sit up, good. Okay, that's 2, 10 more. And deep breath, sit down, sit up. There you go, yep, you're gonna have to sit up in bed too. You're gonna have to lift that head up above the water. Bring the knees all the way in first, so, good. You wanna reset? Let's reset. Water went up your nose, reset. We're gonna take this one and only this one slower by going step by step. I won't have you sit down and sit up at the same time on this one. Bring your knees to your chest. Now sit down, now sit up. Is that better?
But I can't. I don't feel like I'm sitting down.
That time, you're not sitting down very much.
I can't.
Of all 3 steps, that's your weakest step.
I don't know how to.
We'll make it better.
Is it my momentum?
It might be. What I'm noticing first though is that before you were bringing your legs in not together. So I that's why I slowed it down to get you to bring your knees in together.
Yeah.
Then it's easier to kind of sit down.
Yeah.
Sit down. Yeah. In fact, one of your arm twirls might be to get those hips down.
Yeah, I think so.
And then a second twirl to sit up.
Yeah.
Okay, let's try it. Let's turn around. 4 down, 8 to go. Knees to chest. 1 arm pull to bring your hips down, and then 1 arm pull to sit up. Yeah, that worked. So for those of you out there who have been trying the method that I've been teaching and it's not working for you, take it step by step, and here's the order. Knees to chest. Then as you sit down, you need an arm pull to help bring those hips down. Then sit up with a second arm pull. So you're gonna have to do 1 and another. Good. Knees to chest. Arm pull to sit down, arm pull to sit up. Good, knees to chest. 1 arm pull to sit down, 1 arm pull to stand up. Very nice. I bet you all along I've been doing it that way too. I just didn't realize it was 2 when I did it. I think that's 7 down, 5 to go. Good, sit down. I said sit down, I don't know why I said sit down. Knees to chest. Gave her the wrong directions there, folks, that happens. Knees to chest. Use your arms to sit down. Use your arms to stand up or sit up. Good. There you go. 4 more. We didn't count that last one, by the way. All right. Knees to chest. Arms to sit down. Arms to sit up. We might need to wait a little longer for the knees to come into your chest. I might have given you that next cue too soon. Knees to chest. Now you can go ahead and start to sit down and sit up. Good job. Good job. 2 more. Knees. Bring the knees in. There you go. Good. 1 more. We'll have to turn around. Okay. Knees to chest. And as you draw them in, it's okay for them to go down. Good job. Good job. I didn't help her on that last one. I didn't help her for a lot of those, actually. All right. So that's it for our review session on day 2. We didn't have a review session yesterday because it was day 1. But on day 2, 3, and 4, you'll see us review for the first hour before we learn new things in the second hour. So here we go. Today, we're going to teach her how to get her own breath for just a short distance with the superhero arm kicking. Then we're going to teach her how to pull to get a breath. Little breaststroke pulls in order to pull herself up for a breath. The last thing we're going to teach her today is how to roll from her back onto her belly and then dismount. That way, tomorrow we can begin rolling her from her belly to her back and then back to her belly in order to dismount. And then she'll be getting her own breaths that way. When she's getting her own breaths like that, rolling back and forth, she'll be able to start learning freestyle and backstroke, really. But today is going to still be all about helping her get her own breaths for short distances by breathing in front of her, which most people are more comfortable with anyway. Even though it's not the most efficient way to get a breath, it's still the way everybody kind of learns because everybody wants to breathe in front of them. So oftentimes you guys have seen me use fins on my swimmers a lot. Oftentimes when learning new things, I want them wearing fins because fins are like training wheels. They help you learn something faster. They help you learn it easier. And then you can start to wane off of them if you want to. Or if you're someone who says, I'm not training for the Olympics, I don't mind wearing fins every time I go swimming. Then wear fins every time you go swimming. It's so much better. You're gonna push off with your arms in front and immediately take a breath.
Oh, okay.
You're not gonna have a lot of time before you start sinking again. Yeah. Well, once you start sinking, dismount. Keep right in. Now dismount. Nice spin. Good job. Nice spin. Another thing we're going to teach her today is actually how to kick a little bit better. She's got a pretty good kick already, but I'm going to help her realize a kick is 2 directional. You got to kick down just as hard as you're kicking up. Good. So a great way to test a swimmer's kick ability is to have a kickboard right out here and have them start kicking in the water and watch the kickboard float away. It won't float away very quickly at first until you start teaching them how to kick a little bit better. But watch this. So start kicking the water and let the kickboard push away. Well, that's pretty good. You'll notice the biggest waves are coming out here to the side. I'm going to help your biggest waves be the ones that go off the tops of your feet. So when you're kicking, your kick is loose, floppy feet. It's okay to bend your knees a lot. Most people teach don't bend your knees. It's actually okay to bend your knees a lot because the point is that you're going to be kicking down and up with the same amount of force. You're probably just kicking up right now. You want to kick down just as much as you're kicking up.
Okay.
Down, up, up. Now do that. Fast. Good. Now we've got more waves going forwards. This is good. And you're starting to boil the water. If you can, bring those toes up higher and boil the water more. Yeah, now relax. So the proper way to kick is the same on your belly as it is on your back. When you're on your back, it'll be a little bit smaller and faster. But since this could be done either way, I'm not teaching her how to kick on her back right now. What I'm doing is just kept helping her boil the water, helping her realize that when she kicks, the water's coming off the tops of her feet, rolling off of her toes, like that. Mostly from my knees. My hips stay pretty still. It's mostly from my knees down. There you go. There's a boil. There's a boil. Nice. Nice boil. All right. Bring it up higher this time. Yeah. There we go. There we go. Now you're kicking in 2 directions. Twice as powerful as it was before. Now I'm going to have you put the fins back on, and we're going to do that again. Now kick 2 directionally with the fins on. It'll be a little bit harder. Each kick will actually have its own force and its own power. Good. 2 directions, 2 directions. There we go. There we go. Now turn around to your belly. Do the same thing. 2 directions. 2 directions. Good. Yes. Awesome. With your head up, your legs stay down because your body behaves a lot like a seesaw in water. One side is up, the other side will go down. If the other side is up, then the head will go down. Nice dismount, by the way. Good. Two-directional kick, both legs. Good. And then spin around. Good. When you spin around, it's okay even if you keep the kickboard at the top, even though it's not intuitive, it's probably better. Good. So keep the kickboard at the top. It's all right. That's good. It still works. You're still dismounting. Okay. Yeah, go ahead and do it once more, back and forth. And we'll lose the kickboard. Wow. It's starting to look comfortable over there. Good. Excellent. Let's practice without breathing. Put your face in the water and practice your little dismount where you spin around. Okay? Dismount. Get both feet to the ground as quickly as you can, okay? So you pull one hand down, but you leave the other hand out. This other hand balancing you. Don't bring them both in with you because then you'll tip over again. You need one hand out. So you pull one hand in, the one that you're using to turn your body. The other hand stays in front. You're getting it. Don't feel the need to lift up so quickly. Remember, it's all in the hips. The hips are what you're trying to get to turn around. So if you lift up your head as it is, that's what's going to bring you up. It won't. You'll fall back down. Get your hips underneath you, get them where you need to be, and then stand up. Good. There you go. There you go. Allow your hips to come underneath you first. There's no need to rush standing up. Allow your hips to drift underneath you, get your feet on the ground, then stand up. You're there. You're there. Give yourself time. Remember, you don't need that breath right away, so if it doesn't come right away, just stay in the water and use your hips and your legs to turn around. Pull your hips to the ground, pull your feet to the ground. There you go. Good. Bring that leg to the ground. That's okay. The leg sometimes just doesn't want to get to the ground, and then you're stuck in horizontal position. Twist your hips, sit down, bring your feet to the ground immediately. Hips to ground, feet to ground. Nice! You started turning before you even got to me. Yeah. It's probably fine. You'd like to come up for your breath first. You lifted your face there first that time before you even... There you go. Way to use your hand to bounce off the bottom there. That works. And you didn't lose air, so it gave you time to say, that's something I can use next time. I can use my hand. There we go. There we go. Yeah, you still bobbed back underwater a little bit, so maybe don't take that breath until you know you're standing all the way up, because you're probably gonna have to assist yourself a little bit.
Yeah.
So hold your breath. Just because your face comes above the water on the twirl doesn't mean it's gonna stay there. So don't take your breath here, because that's gonna lead to some panic as you go back under. Twirl, hold your breath, then move.
I think my feet aren't getting underneath me.
Underneath you fast enough?
Yeah.
Pull them there. You need to kick yourself in the rear end. Twirl, sit, kick. Yeah. Whoa, there we go. This is how you dismount with fins on, folks. This is how you dismount with fins on. You need to twirl around so that you're coming with your heels to the ground first. Don't try to dismount on your belly where your fin blades will scrape the bottom of the pool and make you trip and fall over again. Just turn yourself around and sit down so the heels come down first, and then you can stand right up. Woo! Perfect.
The sitting down part that helped.
Good. She said the sitting down part is the part that helped her. So make sure that as you do this twirl with fins on, you remember to sit down. Perfect. Good. That one foot didn't want to land. Yeah, but you stopped and you didn't care. You kept backing up as if you were done with it and the leg was still up in the air. So at least you got your balance.
Yeah.
Your balance said, we don't need that foot anyway. Sweet. Last one. Nice. Okay, so we're back into the steps where we're getting her to start taking her first breath on her own. She has fins on. She's going to have her hands out in front of her. She's going to push off and immediately lift her head for that breath. Because as she loses momentum from her push off, it won't be as easy. So since it's the beginning of her getting her very first breaths on her own, it needs to be easy. Good. Good. That's the beginning of it. That's the beginning of it. It's not always going to look like that or feel like that. It's just the beginning of it. You force things to happen in the order of which they're supposed to happen. Now you start to anticipate them. Good. You had time for the paw that time, but not an inhale,
Yeah, I
didn't you?
didn't breathe.
It's okay. The first time you breathed without exhaling. This time you exhaled without inhaling. We'll figure it out. It'll happen. You're also very much, feeling like you're about to sink, so therefore you rush it and you go back in really quickly.
Yeah.
It'll be easier the more you do this, the more you realize I don't have to rush it. I got time. Yeah, we got both in that time. The inhale was super tiny, but we got them both in. Good. Now, also try not to pull. I'm giving you way too much to think about.
What do you mean?
When you went like this, when you started breathing, and that caused water chaos right in front of you. So it was going to be, you were going to suck in water.
Yeah.
It was up here, that kind of water, but it was still going to, you're still going to suck it in.
Okay.
You need to be gentle. Come up, but not use your hands just yet. Leave your hands fully stretched out. Yeah, it's instincts. There you go. Just by having someone or something that you thought you could hold on to helped a lot. Put your hands down here at the bottom of the board, fingers on top, thumbs on bottom, and do your breath that way. It's not going to give you very much support because you're holding the bottom of a kickboard, but it'll be more support than nothing. Now twirl. Feel that? Think you could do 2 breaths before twirling?
With the kickboard.
Yeah. When you let go of the kickboard soon, you have an invisible kickboard still. It's still there. You just got to pull your arms up, not down.
Yeah.
So as you do it on the kickboard now, practice pulling up. Yep. You're using these shoulders, not these muscles. Using these ones. Pull up. Your second one, you were pulling up for sure. Good job. Good. Now, we're going to see if we don't need a pull. We're going to see if you can get this breath with just keeping your arms straight and by pulling them up with your head. Arms come up, head come up at the same time. If it doesn't go well, I'm going to teach you the pull immediately. We're going to start pulling. Because
when I lift up, do my palms come out of the water?
Nope. You're lifting up towards the surface, nothing further. They come above the water. That finger just took on 12 times its weight. That hand just took on 12 times its weight. Everything is sinking you now. Stay in the water. Right? You got it. I heard an inhale.
That was me.
Good job. Good recovery. Didn't go well, but you recovered on your own. So I'm gonna teach you how to pull. So when it's time to take your breath, I want you to pull sideways in. Okay? Yep, you're gonna do breaststroke pulls. Pulling backwards. What it does is every object in water that picks up speed rises in the water. Like a boat. Think about a boat that starts to take off. It stays here and then it picks up speed and immediately the front end starts coming up. Well, her head is the front end of her boat. So when she pulls, she's going to be creating momentum, speed, which will bring her up in the water. Good. You rushed the breath a little bit. and you put your own head back down. Yeah. Well, what I need to see if you can do is to keep your head up the whole time. I need you to start realizing that with your arms in front of you, you never have to put your face in the water. You just need your legs lower. Look where my legs are. They're tapping the bottom of the pool.
Okay.
That's keeping my head up. If my feet were up here, I would not be able to breathe. I too would not be able to breathe. My body's a seesaw. I can't make it do this.
Yeah.
I gotta let one end go down.
Okay.
This keeps me up, and I could just kick with my head up the whole day.
That's what I want to be able to do.
Sink your legs a little bit lower, so when you push off the bottom of the pool, drift off, don't push off. When you push off, watch my legs. They came up to the top, didn't they? You see my feet?
Really good.
Watch again then. Watch my feet. You see them come above the water?
Yeah.
We don't want that for you.
Yeah.
So I need you to lean forward until you're just no longer able to support that, and then start kicking.
Okay.
Okay? Here we go. We're gonna try it.
With my head up.
With your head up. Don't let it go down. Slower, slower, slower. Once your feet are no longer on the bottom, start kicking. Kick faster, lower, get them down to the bottom again. Kick down, kick deep.
They're not going down.
They're not going down because you're pushing down on me. Stop pushing down on me. Now they're going down. You think you're sinking, but you're not. You're just kicking your head up. Yeah. Now kick deep. Kick deep. Don't press down on me. Kick deep. There we go. Now breathe. Are you kicking the bottom?
Yeah.
It's all right. Just keep kicking the bottom then. Yeah. All right. Now let's twirl around. Help you stand up. So it's okay for you to be kicking through the water like that. A little Loch Ness Monster look.
Somehow, like my body's maybe because my size, like my body floats.
You are pretty buoyant.
Yeah.
But you're buoyant not because of your body or your size, but rather because your instincts are telling you to come up.
Yeah.
They want everything up.
How do you make your legs stay down?
Drive your knees to the bottom of the pool.
Okay.
With each kick, watch me. I can kick like this, where my feet keep coming up. Or I could kick like this. Driving my knee down.
Down.
Be aggressive. You gotta treat this water like it's glass and destroy it. Pull the arms up. Now that should sink your legs naturally, but if it's not, kick down hard. Wow, you're light. You're doing it. You're doing it. You're doing it. Look at you.
I'm holding on.
Well, you're not holding on. That's why I bounced your hands to show you that you weren't really using me. You're holding on, but you weren't pushing down.
Okay.
There's a difference.
Yeah.
Holding on is being like, I need something tactile to feel. Pushing down is I need someone to support me.
Okay.
You don't need me to support you anymore. That's good. Nice and gentle with the hands. Drive the knees down. Your chin can live right there on the water because it's not over your face. Now reach for the wall. Yeah. So now let's practice where you put your face down for just the first part and then lift it up and keep it up the rest of the way.
Some of your own.
Yep, one oopa. Ready? Bring it up, keep it up the rest of the way. And breathe, and stay like this the rest of the way. Good. Don't press down on me. Pull up. There you go. There you go. Yep, yep. Felt a little sinkish at the end. Good. You're your own kickboard now. You have an invisible kickboard. Look at that. Look at that. Breathe, breathe. Good job. Good job. You even cracked a smile there, which we can't have any of those.
Okay.
Good, good. For a second there, I was like, breathe in. Why do you keep spitting water away? Breathe in.
Water in my nose.
Oh, there's water in your nose? Blow it out of your nose. Take a deep breath in with your mouth and blow it out of your nose. Alrighty guys, here we go. Last part of the day. We're gonna teach her now how to pull with her face in the water. Ready? So I'm gonna have her doing some breaststroke pulls just to get her used to using her arms now to also help move her forwards in the water. When you do this pull, keep your arms underwater. You don't need to be pulling air. Air doesn't help me move forward. Water does. I couldn't even hold myself still there. So you don't want bubbles.
Oh.
The only bubbles are being created right now because my arm's up here. If I were to do this completely submerged like you, it wouldn't look so like that.
Oh, okay.
No breathing yet. Remember, keep your face down.
My bad.
You're good. We're gonna quit working on breathing for the day.
Okay.
Took another step forward. We're gonna let that rest. So now you're just pulling with your face in the water, just practicing pulling. Should be one of the easiest things you do. Pull. Dismounts. There you go. Good pulls. Good. I'll give you more help when you do it this way, less help when you do it that way. Chance to get it done correctly, chance to get it done on your own. Normally I won't let you grab me. There you go. Do it again. All the way back. All the way back this way. Keep going. Good job. One more. You have space. All right. So now you'll do 2 pulls and a dismount. And on this direction, I'll help you more with the dismount. 1, 2. I'm gonna help you with the dismount. Nice. Is 2 pulls the right amount before you run out of air?
Yeah.
So not to add a third?
No.
Got it.
I don't get enough air, man.
Yep. Totally fine. Plus, I don't want any of my swimmers thinking that I'm a coach who wants them to get good at swimming without air. Right now, we're just teaching her the pulls. 2 pulls is plenty. Wow, nice dismount. Three more. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to teach you how to pineapple from back to belly. While you're still in the water, blow some of your bubbles out through your mouth. Get just to spit the water out.
Underwater?
Mm-hmm. No more water in my mouth. Yeah. Any water in your mouth this time? I mean, the normal amount? It's coming from your head. Pulls are getting way stronger. Your pulls are getting way stronger. When you flip from your back onto your belly, let's say you haven't learned the back dismount well enough yet to be confident to do it every time. Well, then you're gonna wanna roll your belly first and dismount from your belly. Here's how you would do that, watch. So you're on your back, floating. When you need to roll to your belly, take one arm, reach across your body and behind your head, like this. It doesn't matter which arm, I'll show you the other arm. Doesn't matter which arm you use, as long as you're going across your body, which rolls it onto its belly, and going behind your head so that you're right into that superhero position as soon as you're on your belly, which is the balanced 4-quadrant style swimming. Watch. I'm gonna do it on my other side. If you find yourself stuck with one arm in front, the other arm's not there, slow down. Don't just stand up thinking, it went poorly. Slow down, bring that other arm up. It's that easy. Then dismount. Watch. You don't need both hands in front of you the moment you roll onto your belly. Be patient. Roll to your belly, get both hands in front of you, dismount. I'll show you one more time. Watch closely. And remember, not to stand up all the way out of the water like I keep doing. That's a bad example. I keep doing that because my instincts are telling me to since it's a little chilly. Yep. I know. So, which hand do you want to use?
Right.
Okay, so you're going to go across and beyond, and then stand up. Good job. I'll do it for you again. We also kind of want to be aggressive with it. So this time I'm going to kind of throw it. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Stand up. Wow. This time I'm going to hold your head, but let you do the arm throw.
Okay.
Go ahead. You did it! Nice! First try. She got this concept down really fast. By the way, in case you guys out there think that we edit our videos to only show you the successful attempts, we do not. There are quite a bit of breaks that we take in between learning new things or even reviewing. But you guys, even though it's an 8-hour session that she's taking, we're really probably only capturing 3 hours of footage. So you guys see the whole unedited version. The only stuff we edit are when we're out taking breaks, sipping our water, things like that. Good. So let's take a deep breath right before we roll. Right before she rolls, I'm gonna remind her to take a super deep breath in. That way air is being released out of her nose as she rolls, because she said she's getting a little bit of water up her nose. Breathe it out. Now breathe it in and roll. Were you able to release any through your nose?
Yeah.
Good. Still a little bit of water up the nose though?
No, it's my mouth.
That was your mouth, that's
It's
it?
just on my mouth. It's not in.
Sure. Well, if it's on your mouth, keep spinning it away, especially if you've got air to spare. Then breathe in for your first time, so you'll breathe in those droplets.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. Whenever you're ready, take a deep breath and roll. Beautiful. Excellent. So the next step, by the way, would be to start kicking a little bit on your back before the roll. Start moving on your back. Start kicking. Now big deep breath and roll. Good job. Making it look easy. Start kicking. I like how you're kind of paddling too. And roll when ready. Nice back dismount.
I don't know what I just did.
That's all right. Dismounted on her back. Good practice. Good job. Good kicking it back. Good. Good. Stay here and recover. I'm gonna pull you around. Okay.
Yeah.
I want you to start using your arms too. Yep. There we go. Now take a deep breath and roll when ready. Get everything out. Everything out. Breathe in, get it all out again. Breathe it in, get it all out again. Good. Breath in and roll. Good job. Paddles and feet. Good. You're ready. Good. I like how her first reaction now when she comes up out of the water is she's giving me a big hard exhale. She's starting to get used to the cycle breathing that exists when you swim. Yes, good job. 2 more times before I add one more step to it. One more like that. I could tell that one was poised to be your best one. Somehow when you came up to your back, you just right up. Easy. So the last step now on this day with this exercise is to also get her to start kicking on her belly and then dismount. So a little bit of kicking on your back, roll, a little bit of kicking on your belly, then dismount. Kick, roll, kick, dismount. Kick, 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 now dismount. You did it, you did it, you did it, you did it. I know you don't want that water in your face, so I'm too excited. Good job. Good job. Paddles and kicks. Roll. Kick, dismount. Good job. Good job. You guys notice she did that one all on her own from pretty much start to finish. Good. Let out your air and take a deep one and roll. Kick, kick, kick. Stand up. Good job. Good job. Good job. Great job. And stand up. You're swimming on your own.
Yay.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, it's great. Good. Pause and kicks. Couple deep breaths and then roll. Amazing.
Good.
Yep. Good job. Good job. Alrighty, folks, you just saw her swimming on her own for the very first time. She's been swimming on her own a little bit here and there, but what you just saw, that's swimming. Tomorrow she'll be able to learn how to roll back to her belt or back to her back and keep going. And then she'll be able to do that all day. All as far as she wants, as long as she wants, as many times as she wants. She can swim across an ocean doing it that way. Wouldn't recommend it, wouldn't be safe. But in theory, on paper, if you can just roll belly to back to belly, belly to back to belly, then you could be breathing all day and making progress all day without ever really getting that tired. Spend more time on your back. The more tired you are, the more time you spend on your back where you can breathe. So for the first time going in the deep end, which is something that she's most nervous about, I'm gonna hold her the entire time. I'm not gonna trick her. There's no sense in that. You'll lose her trust. Plus she's on her back, so she'll be able to breathe the whole time and she won't have to look down. So we're already in the deep end. If you can tell, my feet are not on the bottom, but it's not getting any harder for you or me. We're both swimming. When you swim, there's way less effort than when you're panicking. Panicking, that's hard. Stretch your belly out a little bit more by standing taller. Yeah, push your legs away from you, push your head away from you. That'll stretch you out through the middle. Wow, you're moving us faster than I'm moving us. I'm having to kick faster. And we're back in the shallow end. Let's do a back dismount, so knees to chest. Use your arms. There you go. You did it. Yeah, I know. We're gonna go through it 2 more times. Good job. On the 3rd time, if you want to look around and be adventurous, go for it. On this time, just keep trusting me.
I have my eyes open this time.
Great. Awesome.
I want to see the sky.
Yeah. Yep, that's about all you'll get to see, especially when you swim outdoors. Indoors, you might see some fun ceiling patterns or some flags hanging from the top.
Yeah. I just feel the water feels different.
In the deep end?
Or something kicking me in the butt.
That's me. Yep, that's me.
You're kicking me.
Yep. I'll do treading water, which will push the water down, not up. I just don't like to tread as water as much as I like to kick water.
Keeps us afloat.
They both will, but I appreciate you. And we're there. Yeah. I'm giving you a chance to dismount with your feet not quite in the shallow end, just to give you that space you needed.
Okay.
And the ability to say, oh, I can still dismount in deeper water, just not deep water.
Okay.
So this time, when we get to the deepest part, I'm gonna have you kind of sit up and look around a little bit, just to get used to it. So we're there. Look around a little bit. Look down a little bit. Yeah. Look down this way a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. All of that's you getting used to being in deep water.
Okay.
I already know it's deep. But it's you accepting the fate of the deep water without accepting the fate of you sinking.
Right.
Now kick back to the shallow end. You're doing great. I'm right by you. Time to dismount. Now we're gonna be on a little bit of a curve, so scoot back. Scoot back. You swam in the deep water. And it was that simple. Tomorrow, we start to do it on your own. For instance, what I'll do is we get to the deep water, I tell you that, you breathe through it, but I let go, and I'm still there. And then when it's time to turn, I grab you again, turn you around, and then we'll come back, same thing.
Okay.
And you'll be swimming in the deep end all by yourself. And when we get close to the shallow end, I'm gonna have you pineapple, dismount.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you.
You're welcome. Alrighty guys, well that's all we have for today. Day 2 of 4. LaQuesha learned how to start moving herself on her belly by taking some pulls. She learned how to roll from back to belly and then start kicking some more in order to dismount. She even got to swim through the deep end all by herself at the very end there with the last few kicks I had her doing on her own, just so that she knew She had no idea whether or not she was in deep or shallow, but she knew after 3 times that she wasn't gonna end up sinking regardless of whether or not I was holding on to her. She trusted me. We did great. We have made an amazing amount of progress today. Stay tuned tomorrow for more, or in the next video when you see her do day 3. If you're watching this as one full-length video and you don't have time to watch day 3 and 4, well, we're also gonna upload them as their own days, and we're also gonna then pick out parts of each video to upload in shorter forms, like 10-minute videos of each thing. So if you're like, hey, I wanted to see her learn this earlier, somehow I must have skipped it. Well, don't worry, you could probably go search for that particular part in this day. So we upload the video in multiple formats, one long one, 4 days, 4 one-day videos, and a bunch of shorter clips that have the important tips that you guys are looking for. If you found this video helpful, make sure you splash that like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel for free, become a member today. We're gonna be increasing the price of the membership soon. The people who are already members will be grandfathered in. And then also go ahead and follow us on the other social medias that are like Instagram and TikTok and all the other ones. Buy some merch. We are keeping one color each year. But every 4 years, as you just saw, we did our red color version. So if you missed that, sorry, you're gonna have to wait till the LA Olympics in 2028. With that said, thanks for watching. I'm Johnny Rocket, and let's get swimming.